Hey guys, it's Jonathan from Bullet Motorsports. Right behind me we have a beautiful 2005 Ford Excursion. This is a 6-liter 4-wheel drive and it has a ton of additional options to make this thing the ultimate incognito prepper. Today we're going to do a walk around, let you guys decide if you want to put this in your collection. Let's do it. As I walk down the side, I want you guys to click on the link below. That's going to have a full gallery for this truck. It's going to have all of the paperwork. We're talking about every receipt, the receipt for the tank, all the service records. So this has been studied and deleted. It sounds amazing, has an intake, and everything you need to do to essentially a 6-liter has been done already, so you don't have to worry about it. The cool part about this one, a lot of additional parts. So you have an additional 130 amp alternator, I believe. It might be even bigger, I don't recall off the top of my head. And it's spare, so in case you're on the road and you break down, you have all the tools to replace any type of component that breaks on this other than the motor and transmission. I'm going to go to the other side now and showcase the rest of the vehicle. We're on the passenger side right now. I'm sure you're looking at this beautiful shot here of the body lines. Extremely even. All the paint is original. You still have your dealer pinstriping, which looks great, along with the accents. This is an Eddie Bauer, so this is the top of the line. You have that leather interior. You have your factory side steps here. Tires, wheels and tires, essentially these are Discovery ST Coopers, and they're 285/75 16s. They have about 95% tread left, and they are on Raceline wheels. These are wheels that we are actually distributors or dealers of. Glass is even throughout, so you have tint in the back, and then there's no tint in the front. And then when we get inside, it's very, very unique and interesting. So they remove the center section seats, so you have more room in the back. You also have the passenger seat move back 6 inches, so you have more space for a comfortable ride if you're going for a long distance. You do have 4-wheel drive. You flip a switch, and if you want to lock the hubs, you can go outside and lock the hubs. Overall, a very, very nice machine, 160,000 miles, all documentation, recent injector work, which we have all the paperwork, and if you click on the link below, you'll be able to see it. I'm going to pop the hood right now so I can kind of finish the exterior. Then we'll pop the trunk so I can show you the fuel tank and how that works, along with the additional batteries that were installed. So there's 2 additional sets of batteries in here that you can have just in case. So redundancy is key for this style of build. It's for somebody that wants to be able to get on the road and not have to stop and worry about anything. Let's open up the hood. Looking under the hood, we have a 6-liter. It has been studded and deleted, has an intake. It also has a tune. You do have a safety feature here where you can lock the hood from the inside, and you have to use a key to open it. You do have your switch panel here for your auxiliary batteries that are next to the fuel cell that was custom built for this truck. You do have a 100-gallon fuel cell in the rear, so you just have to think about that. That's going to be additional weight, so 7 pounds times 100 gallons, 700 pounds behind the rear axle. So that's why when you look at the photos, you're going to see that it's sitting down a little bit, but that's also just part of it so that you can go as far as you want without any issues. Brand new batteries, all the service is up to date. This is a really clean example, and if you guys want to see more photos or all the documentation that we have with it, along with a really nice write-up of every single thing that has been done to this truck, click on the link below. It'll all be broken down for you. Let me close the hood and we're going to go to the back. We're at the back of the vehicle. We have a additional spare tire. This is 100% new with a matching Raceline wheel. In order to swing it open, you just pull this, and then there's a little latch that will hold it in place. Sorry about the noise. We're getting some cars detailed in the background, so hopefully that's not making too much interference. You can open up your hatch right here, and you don't really notice anything, right? You see just black carpeting, but once you start to open up the barn doors, which I think is super cool, I call this a school bus. You have a 100-gallon fuel cell with a giant rubber pad down here to protect it. This is removable, so if you want to take it out, you can. It is bolted directly to the actual body, so you would have to do that. And once again, if you got to fill your tank up, got you covered. Also, I want you guys to realize that you're getting, I think it has 70 gallons still in it, so that's got to be a benefit of buying this truck. That's almost, what is it, 35 gallons? That's almost $300 in fuel or more. Woo! Can't beat that. So in order to run this, it's just like a fuel pump at a gas station. You would turn on your pump and everything would turn on. You have your second set of batteries back here. And then I want to get inside the cabin and show you the open space. We also have the original seats that go there, and I have them in the gallery below, along with all the paperwork for all this stuff. So looking at the interior, extremely clean. Steering wheel is very, very nice. You're going to see all the monitors here. If you want to take them out, you can. I think it's a great feature, especially if you are driving a school bus like this. You can see every single corner, every single bumper. You have a reverse camera, and then you can also toggle between the cameras while driving if necessary to see if for blind spots. Your rear windows operate still. I have 2 sets of keys. The seats have been reupholstered for the front, and they look very nice. We have the seat folded back here for you to be able to see me. Center console has not been mounted. So this center console originally was mounted, but they took it out because of whenever doing journeys, he would be able to walk to the back. And when you guys see in the rear, you're going to understand it's like a limo style setup where you have a lot of room. We do have some of the parts that are going to come with it. So we have the roof rack that's laying back there, along with a duffel bag with all of the additional items you would need. God forbid you have an alternator issue, etc. I probably gave you the wrong alternator information at the beginning, but if you look at the description below, it'll have exactly what the model is. When I get inside it, very comfortable. AC is ice cold. You can put the ignition on, you wait for the glow plugs to warm up, so there's a little squiggly line. And it starts right up. You do have a Pressure Pro, so you're going to see all of your tire pressures, along with additional gauges so you know what's going on. So you have your voltage there, and then the additional fuel tank gauge is right here. So it has you have about 60 gallons of fuel in there. Plus 206 miles till empty, and we have a half a tank here. So you over 1,000, I think it's 1,100, 1,200 miles of distance you can do with that additional tank, which is unbelievable. Center section's very clean. Headliner's nice. All the lights have been outfitted with LED, and then you do have your controls for the rear for your actual patrons to say they're back there and they want to have a different temperature, they can. Let's open up the back doors so you can see how it is back there. And once again, we do have the seats. They are included. There's minor wear on them because those have not been reupholstered, but they are included with the sale. Disregard the GoPros. Those are not included with the sale. That's for when we do the test drive next. I want you to look at all the paperwork. The paperwork on this truck is unbelievable. You probably will never find another Excursion with that much detail in regards to receipts and operation and how to do it. I don't think you're ever going to find one with a 100-gallon fuel cell in the back ever again. Nuts. We're in the back right now. You can see that the center section is open. There are additional mats here. These are actually industrial mats from like a restaurant that are in here. The carpet is all redone, so all of your carpet is new. There are holes here for, I guess, the seats essentially. You have your rear section here for the seats. Headliner is very, very nice. And then these bags are included with the sale. So this is all of your information, your books for all the stuff that's installed. And then when you look inside of here, I have everything you could ever think of for parts. So this bag is included with the sale, and it has, bear with me, I have to unsnap it. It's such a heavy bag. You have your tool kit with every single tool you need. You have a spare alternator, wheel chocks, flares, gloves, everything. And then for the seat hardware, we have all the hardware to mount the seats back in place. You can see that they did add steps there because the seat has been moved back about 6 inches, and obviously the seat is reclined right now because we just finished filming the front. This is a really, really unique example. One thing I do want to showcase, the truck is extremely solid throughout, but there is the typical little bit of rot, or not rot, but rust. On this quarter, we have a little bit of rot happening. You can see that there is rust. So at some point, something got into the metal right here and caused it to rust. So bid accordingly. That's the only spot in the whole entire truck that has it. The other side is extremely solid. So what I'm assuming is there was probably a scratch there, and then it started to go. I love this truck. Let's go for a test drive. All right, we're just leaving our property. We're going to take this for a spin so you guys can see how it drives. We have I think 27 pounds of tire pressure in there, just so it's a smoother ride, because we do have a half a tank of diesel back there, so about 500 pounds of diesel. Oh, that's my favorite part, the intake. It sounds so good. It runs and drives great. Transmission feels good. You do have plenty of pep. You can monitor everything here. Your stereo works. It's not a super stereo. It's just more so when you put it into reverse. So if I put the camera in reverse, you have your reverse camera here and your reverse camera there. So that's redundancy. You also have the ability to switch your monitors. So right now I'm switching the multiple cameras and I could see everything that's going on. So now I can see my reversing, my side. It's crazy. We're going to do this trip pretty short, so I'm going to take a right here. We're going to go where we normally do our artistic shots. This is a video that I just want to showcase everything working. It makes you giggle if you're, if you're a car guy and you hear that, you're like, oh yeah, it's got a power stroke. 6.0. All your lights operate. And you can turn these off, so if this makes you dizzy, you can always flip it and it'll turn off the screens. Very smooth, steering's very tight. Look at the receipts that we have in the gallery. So click on that. I think I have almost 120 pages of receipts, along with all the work that was performed to it. Taking a corner here. AC's very cold. How's the AC working back there? Nice. Good. Going over bumps, very smooth. Such a cool truck. And then you have your fuel economy here, so I think we can go through it here. So we're getting almost 12 miles per gallon with a huge tank in the back. So if we have 100 and so whatever this is, I think 36 gallons or maybe more, I don't know, whatever the factory tank is plus 100 gallons, so you're going to be able to do over like 1,200 miles, especially on the highway. I've been driving this all over town, so the miles per gallon has dropped for sure, because I want to hear the turbo. Turn signal works. Four-wheel drive works as well. Shifts are firm. If you guys have any questions, give us a call, 954-363-2261. We're about to get to the road where I can actually test it out. I'll accelerate. We'll get you guys a nice drive-by shot, and then you guys can decide if you want to put this in your garage or keep it for whatever events may happen in the future. We'll test out the cruise control as well, just to make sure it works. You also have a charger here. There's charging ports in the back too, so there are additional charging ports that were added on the side pillars. Super smooth. Let's see how it feels. Not bad at all. We'll test out the acceleration when we get on this back road here, and then we'll get you guys those beautiful outside shots. Once again, if you guys have any questions, give us a call. 954-363-2261. No check engine lights, 161,000 miles. Great coolant temperature. You got your trans temp here. That's perfect. Let's do an acceleration. Oh, I love it. Let me turn around here. I hope you guys enjoyed that test drive. See you later.